All right, looks like there's an accident here. Welcome to a new episode. We are back in Gunsai for another hardcore event. And today, as always, the place is absolutely packed with so many cool cars. Basically, we're just gonna approach it as we've done previous events here. I'm gonna take a look at all the paddock, see what cars have shown up today. We're gonna be seeing a lot of cars that we've kind of come across before. And I did notice a few new ones. So without waiting anymore, let's get going. Start looking at some of the cars that have shown up for this event. Starting off here with a couple of S chassis, nice crown idling away, sick S15, and then check this out. How about this for something new and never seen before? A little cappuccino out doing its thing. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to drift much, but he's definitely got some help there with the snow tires back here. It looks pretty stock. It'll be cool to see it out in action, something different. Always good to see people trying out different cars at these events. We have a couple of Cherokes here, the twin power matte black on TE37Vs. Next to it we have the run free cars. I always love looking at these. Look at that setup, so clean. Beautiful engine bay. Next to it, something with a little bit more aggressive headers, all wrapped up. Beautiful cars, and they're actually both sitting on work equips. These are some of my favorite wheels, especially when fitted to Hachirokus. These are the Equip 40s, and we have the CRs over on this car. So a couple of work wheels, equipped Hachis. Good to see Kazama-san out in his green S15 here, running a top mount turbo from HKS. Cool wide body and an interesting interior. Look at this. Got the Sylvia logo there. Super sick. Over here we have a couple of more Hachis from Garage Infinity. This one's actually running FCR carburetors. I always love seeing 4As with carburetors. They actually work really well for drift applications when you're always wide open throttle. And there's even a Noji Reel sticker here. Nakai's painter from RWB and a Hachiroku guy himself. This one here has had a little bit of a misfortune, unlucky roll. Hopefully they can fix that up. You have some new cars like the Z33. I call them new because, everything else is pretty much older. I have yet to see a new gen Hachiroku or GR86 at these events. But yeah, let's keep walking through the rest of the paddock. S15, as far as the eye can see. Very simple one here, low mounted turbo. The Yunus Roadster, bumperless with a top mount Greddy turbo, providing the boost. And then how's this for something new and exciting? Z3 BMW with a hardtop, the KRF Platts. So this is the sedan version of the Yaris, and of course this is the one with the SR rear-wheel drive swap that we showed you guys in the last video we did here at Gunsai for another hardcore event. It's actually parked up in exactly the same place. Always good to see this car out and doing its thing out on track. We got the N-Style crew here from Gunma. This is a local event for them, obviously. Nagahama-san out with his Soarer. Konnichiwa. And it's still super cool to see this car out here. He's having a bit of transmission trouble, but always clean. Love the seats. Pretty sick setup. And off we go. Let's keep walking. And I was right here next to the Platts. An S14 with what looks like a R33 Type M spoiler. Could that be it? Interesting addition here to an S14 on New Mexico plates. We got Casey here from ShirtsTuckedIn. Good to see that he built and completed his practice car. Have a look what the engine bay looks like. Super sick. Next to it we have the Mush style S3 FCRX7. Have a look at the setup, 13B. A nice Greddy turbo there. V-mounted intercooler. Very nice setup. Casey's got all his merch here on sale. I love your tent, dude. I love you, Dana. And over here, of course, is Hardcore, the organizers of the event. Jun-san, he's not here right now. But basically, he's the man behind all these really cool events that happen here at Gunsai. We have a nice little triplet of 100s. Actually, there's 4 of them. Always so clean. I love seeing these cars out on Gunsai. You can tell they carry so much momentum. Brave drivers to get these cars sideways on such a tight little course. Look at the exhaust setup here, the manifold. Absolutely amazing. This one's still using the stock headers. Really nice. And how about this for something unique? A V35 Skyline sedan. It'd be cool to see what it's running engine-wise. These cars usually come with a VQ engine. The newer ones actually have the VR30 on the 400Rs. S chassis, a few hatches here. Man, this looks like it's been through some wars. Black top on this one. So cool. Always blown away by the variety and the actual like high-end setups. Another black top on this white example, sitting on some nice Watanabe wheels. All right, let's keep walking. A few more Nissans from Celebration. 2 more hundreds, and we get down towards Silky House. Of course, these cars are famous for having that kind of like anime livery, hand painted 180SX and their JZX 100. They've even gone and done some scooters here. Pretty sick. Nice triplet of 180SXs from SB Corporation. Love this blue one here on T37s. Sick and very stock looking Soarer. Just to kind of prove that you don't really need to go crazy with setups and aero and stuff. As long as the car is the right type of chassis and you got enough power and all the right mods, suspension wise, and of course a roll cage, because you definitely need a roll cage here, and you're ready to go. R32 4-door, more S chassis, and some barbecues going. Always such a great selection of cars at this event. Slight damage here. I love how zip ties are used very constructively to fix up aesthetic damage. Right, let's continue. It's always so cool to see the amateur side of drifting in Japan. Of course, some of these drivers are actually pros, way more than amateurs. And there's even a Formula D Japan Series 3 S13 Sylvia with a crazy GT wing. It's always so cool to see how the drift side of things keeps evolving, and how people kind of prepare for these events, because for a lot of people this is just practice to get the battles right and driving in tight courses. And it's always such a cool way to see how drifters kind of approach these events. I would say that Gunsai is definitely a track for people that really know how to drive, and they come here to practice, to kind of refine their tandem style, and learn how to keep very close to other cars. You can see how they kind of go out in their teams and do like 2, 3, 4 car tandems. Right, the selection this year is a little bit less than usual, but there's a couple of more cool Sylvias down here that I wanted to come and check out. I love this widened S14 on, I think, 326 power aero. Got the Gram lights. 57s on, all the right additions for a drift car. Roll cage, of course. White carbon fiber hood. And then ending the lineup for this event is this last S14 here at the very bottom of the paddock area. Right. All right, so after checking out all the paddock, I think the sessions are going to resume pretty soon. I'm actually going to jump in with Casey and get a different perspective of Gunsai. This is my 3rd time here for this event, and I think experiencing it from the passenger perspective is going to be really, really interesting and enjoyable, and looking forward to that. So I'm going to grab my helmet and go meet Casey. So in case you didn't know, Gunsai is actually a cycle course. You can see there the Torini Pass. That's the actual name of the restaurant here. So it's all kind of themed around cycling here, but of course they rent it out for track events, hot version, and other car related stuff. And I thought I'd just show you the kind of food that you can find at events like this. Even bubble waffles, whatever that is. Lots of sweet stuff. You got hamburgers here, and I think some yakisoba being tossed around on the hot plate here. Just give you an idea of what kind of food you can expect to find if you ever do come to Gunsai. A lot of people usually stop at the konbini before the actual mountain pass that gets you up here to stock up for the day. But if you do come here, there is a restaurant that usually serve a few choices of food. Right, I'm gonna head up and meet Casey and get ready for that outing. Oh hell yeah, here comes the cappuccino. It's so quiet. Love it. Oh my god. What the hell is that? That's like redefining backfire. Here comes a couple more cars. And the cells here. Alright, we're all helmeted up here. I got a little party trick if I can find it. There it is. Dun, dun, dun. Hop in with Casey. Thank you, sir. Oh man, so much space in here.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Thank you. Lap one. All good. Slightly bumpy on my side, but all good. So what was the track we just did now?
I think B.
That was B, yeah?
Yeah.
Bit of a blur from my side.
Yeah. Me too.
Alright, looks like there was an accident here.
Yeah.
Go B course. Cappuccino's down, so we're trying the next course. The extra weight?
No, it's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
so sick. Alright, so I just got lucky enough to jump out of Casey's car after doing track A, cappuccino out, then we went to track B, did that a couple of laps, and then headed back to the pits, jumped out, got on the truck to come to track A so we can shoot a bit of action from here. But I'm still processing what went down in that car. Casey, you're an animal, dude. Like, you got your skills on point. I was really impressed with the speed he was carrying through the corners and the aggressiveness, yet the control through all these really tight corners. And he was telling me how Naoki Nakamura taught him how to use his throttle so that he's not just, you know, staying on power and slipping all the potential speed and grip away, but actually like feathering it so as to kind of get that extra acceleration out of the corner and keep the speed up. And I have to say, like, Gunsai from the passenger perspective is a whole different thing. Like, massive respect to all these drivers that do this stuff. It's absolutely unbelievable. Definitely have to do it again. Hopefully Casey gets a bucket seat for the passenger side, because I was literally flying all over the place. Hopefully the footage came out well. But yeah, have to do it again. Even here, a different track, I don't care. I got to ride with Casey again. It was such a cool experience. That said, we're at track A. We're waiting for the cars to come out on track again, and we get some more action on point today before we head back to Tokyo and call it a day. His front wheels are like over the curb. I'm gonna make sure that these guys don't crash. I'm gonna make sign to these guys to slow down because they're coming in hard. Alright, so I've actually come to this little hut with a bench, a new change of position here. Shiroko train there. Kazama-san in his S15 coming this close to me, so sick. Oh my god. Oh man, I have really special memory with Kazama-san. Once he took me drifting up in Nagano where his shop was with his S15 practice car. Craziest memory ever. I think it was a story for a magazine in the US, I forget now, but crazy stuff seeing this guy out again. Kazama-san had the door open now. It's so hilarious. This session is over. Perfect timing to go and maybe go on the inside of the corner, get another viewpoint. Maybe it's not over. So I came down here to find a little different vantage point, and I ended up next to the cappuccino that went down the ditch. Sad to see how this car ended up. Bit of an icon from the early 90s K-car era. I think it's fixable. It doesn't look like it's too serious. Is it leaning against the tree here? It's actually eradicated it. But let's get back to the drifting. See some JDM K-Tora rescue in order. This 180 ended up in the same ditch as the cappuccino, but only half the car's in there. It should be enough to not really working. Little truck gave it all its might. Okay, take two. I think it's pretty wedged in there. No, it ain't moving. I think that rear axle is lodged into something. Oh, there we go. Got it out. A little bit more. Alright, they're gonna use the big truck now. It's definitely lodged into a rock or something. There it is. Ah, there it was. Got stuck into that root. I think me climbing up all the way to the end of the hairpin was a good idea. Hell yeah, super sick angle. It's I knew they were gonna keep going all the way to the last corner. The track actually ends pretty much around that bend. So again, it's always important that you climb and you hike and you find places to come to here at Gunsai, because of course you never know what you're going to be finding. As ever, accidents do happen. Unfortunately, it's the name of the game when it comes to drifting, but luckily nobody got hurt. And this silky road, Hachiroku, is not looking too great. I think they need to get a marshal down there quick. This needs a tow, it's leaking some fluids, but hopefully people stop drifting. And one more Hachiroku, bites the dust. Ended up rolling actually, but it doesn't look like it's that damaged. Definitely salvageable, so good news for Silky House and the rest of the team. That's the end of this Gunsai hardcore event. Once again, so much fun. What a great day to kind of see really good drivers doing their thing. You know, one of the most incredible tracks in Japan. Gunsai rocks. And now that I got to see it from the passenger perspective, thanks to Casey, it just made it even better. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be covering a hell of a lot more events in Japan in the coming weeks, so make sure you check back soon for more. Starting off here with a couple of S-shots.